2024 is an election season, and I have 3 resources to help teachers and homeschooling moms. First one is C-SPAN in the classroom. And first of all, they send you an email every week. Sometimes it'll just be on current events, and other times they'll just pick a theme. So like last year, they decided to send out a bunch of resources in their email about World War II right before I started my World War II unit in history class in 6th grade when I taught in the public school. So let me first show you what the email looks like. All right. So this is what it would look like if you came to it. They have their most recent videos, but any video that they've ever done on their channel, you can take and use it. And when you're logged in, you can actually like save videos and lessons and come back to them later. So they have full-on lesson plans. So I'm gonna click on one just to show you. And then they have like 9 clips. This lesson plan is African American Civil War era. That's just an example. But let's say you can also search up here. So I can say elections. And then you can sort by newest. You can sort by oldest. So let's go back to newest. And then as you can see that there's all kinds of things that you could use. And come over here on the left, video clip. Let's say you only want video clips. Let's say you want lesson plans. So there's all kinds of different things that you can use. Ohio Dynasty of Presidents. Do they have a Virginia Dynasty of Presidents? Because there's been an equal amount of presidents from Virginia and Ohio. Okay, so you get the idea. And then I'm gonna just randomly choose one. So this is a lesson plan. You can save it. And then when you go back to it later, you can look in your saved things. This is a lesson, so it has like vocabulary. It has a whole lesson for you. Love that. And if you wanna just take a video and show it. So last year when I was teaching for OutSchool, I was teaching a book club, like a history book club, and we did the history of Thanksgiving. We know how OutSchool likes you to show different perspectives. So I was able to just come to C-SPAN in the classroom and find a video that refuted some of the things about Thanksgiving, and I showed that. So that was my different perspective. So that was really good. I also used some of these clips, in elections. So you can do like a specific election, see an election of 2000. They have a lot. What was another controversial election? The election of 1800. So you can come here and get videos. Here's another one that's really good. Study.com. So let me share this one with you. So here's like the front. This is what it would look like if you got to the front. So for teachers and for homeschoolers, for tutoring. So they have different lessons, and you can select a subject or research type. So let's see, let's say I want to do middle school. And then you could come up here and search too. So I can say elections, and then see what lessons come up. So national forces that influence congressional elections. So that would be good too, because this upcoming year is not only a presidential election, it's congressional elections too. Primary election versus general election, great one. The New Hampshire primaries and the Iowa caucuses start in January. So this is a great resource. I'm gonna just scroll through this. Local and state and national elections, that's a good one too, because there's going to be the local elections as well as the national elections this year. So teachers pay teachers, of course. So here's like their main page, but you can come here to social studies, and then you can filter by grade. Here I'm gonna filter by government because we're talking about elections. And then you can scroll through and see different things that you can get. Actually, oops. So here are some things. So you could also search using keywords. So let's say elections. Okay. And You can get different things for teaching elections. There's Electoral College. Actually, I really like Students of History. I don't know him. This is not an ad for him. I'm just sharing. I've used his stuff before and I really like him. I also like History Gal and Mr. and Mr. Social Studies are also two that I've used that are really good. You can also filter it by price, and then you can at least see if there are any like free items first that I could use, and then after the free stuff, you can go look at the paid stuff. So there's a lot of free resources too, because I know teachers don't always make a lot. So that's what I do too, especially if I want to see the teacher's resource style. Right, like if you've never ever used them before, it's good to start with a free resource. If you've used them and you know you like them, then I tend to keep going back. Go with what you know. Oh, and let me tell you guys something in the description. So I still, to this day, sell a flex course on OutSchool and Teach Me Truth. On Teach Me Truth, it's more self-paced, and on OutSchool, it's flex. So anyways, I teach a course called The 3 Branches of Government. So I also have those linked in the description if you would like to take one of my flex courses. And when I go back later to edit this video, in the ending cards, I will leave a video that kind of shows my experience with, working in politics and government. And it was also an ad for my OutSchool and Teach Me Truth classes. I use that video in the classes, but if you just are curious and want to see my experience in politics and why and how I became a teacher, I'll link that at the very end. So thanks again, Casey, for coming and listening while you're on your walk. And bye, everyone. See you next time. 再见, Casey.